think a disadvantage of having a diagnosis it can label children early. People can judge through that label. Sometimes it puts children into boxes that can be quite unhelpful, and it can limit some career choices. I'm just trying to think, some military careers, if you have a diagnosis of ADHD, that route may not always be open if you have a certain diagnosis.
Yeah, and I would say one of the issues that I've come across fairly frequently is young people who are diagnosed and they use their diagnosis as an excuse. So I'm autistic, I can't possibly do that. I've got ADHD, or I've got dyslexia, I can't do this. And, we don't look at a diagnosis as a barrier, we just look at it as an explanation for some young people. And it's very much about what can they work on, even if they find it a bit tricky. What can they work on, what can they improve on?
And potentially foreign travel was mentioned, wasn't it? Possibility of,
Yeah,
because you never know what categories are going to change in future, do you?
Yeah. I think it has to be for the individual, and I think as a local area, our duty is to provide as much information as possible so that families can make an informed decision as to what's right for them, but to be very aware of the future implications. There are benefits to receiving a diagnosis as well, and individuals need to be aware of that, because for some people, having that diagnosis can just give that reassurance. Oh, I behave the way I do because... and that's reassuring. So it's different for everybody, but I think having the information is what's key.
Yeah, but I think a key important factor is that regardless of diagnosis or whether young people are waiting for a diagnosis, we want that support to be in straight away, and we want to be thinking about how we can best meet their needs at that point in time. There is no need ever to wait for a diagnosis, not in education, not at home, not anywhere else. You go with how you know your young person, and what strategies can support them.
Diagnosis doesn't change.
It doesn't change anything at all. You've still got the same young person, haven't you?